It's pretty obvious my sister hates me. I am kind of the more successful one. I'm not really gloating, but it is what it is. So she decides to try to ruin my life, and she went way too far. Guys, I'm going to walk you through what she did on the day when she decided to ruin me.
Hello, my name's Emma, and I'm a chef by profession. I'm one of the few people in the world who do what they love. I'm currently staying with my family, which consists of my mom, dad, and my older sister. We have a distant person who's part of our family and who is my boyfriend. Let me tell you about my life. My family and I live in a townhouse close to the CBD of the town. We've been living here for as long as I remember, and this house has grown to mean the world to us all. My sister and I have never really gotten along with each other, but she has always been my inspiration. I guess it's every little one's dreams to just be like their older siblings. It was easier to be around my sister when we were both in elementary school. She hung out with the cool girls, and I was always watching them when they came to our house for homework or they wanted to get on with some mischief. My sister did not allow me to go anywhere around her room, and I would always sneak in and try on her clothes. Although we did not get along, I know that she loved me dearly. We then went to high school, and she became even more distant. When we were in high school, our parents started putting pressure on us because they wanted to be involved in our lives, and they wanted to know what our plans were after school. I let them in openly, but my sister struggled, as she did not really know what she wanted to do with her life after high school. My parents were so happy when I told them that I wanted to study culinary arts. They believe that everything's possible if you invest in it, and my dreams have also been to be a chef. My sister made fun of me because she thought that I was going to waste my time trying to do some catering. Amber completed high school and stayed home for about 5 years. My parents are the most understanding people on this planet, so they gave her time and found all kinds of help to groom her and awaken the eagle in her. She really didn't know what to do with her life. Before my high school graduation, we sat at the dinner table with my parents and they helped me fill out application forms for different institutions that offered culinary arts. In no time, I was accepted to 3 different art schools and I had to choose where I wanted to go. A year later, my sister discovered that she wanted to do archaeology. Just for me, Mom and Dad helped Amber get into a good school to pursue her dreams. And just like that, my sister sort of just started hating me, or something like that. She would always say stuff to me that really offended me. Usually when she made a nasty joke about me that offended me and I did not like it, she would apologize, and I thought it was just something normal that all siblings do. On my graduation day, Mom and Dad took us out for dinner to celebrate. As we made a toast, my sister laughed out loud. We all wondered what she was laughing about, as there was nothing funny going on. Mom then asked her what she was laughing at, and she said she did not understand why we were making toast if I just went to school to learn how to cook. She made some comments that if cooking was that important, she also should just get a degree because she could cook. She did not understand how much that hurt, so I asked to be excused. Mom and Dad looked at me with pity and then looked at her with disappointment. I disappeared for some time as I went to get some air and tried not to think too much about what my sister just said. I snuck out of the restaurant and went to a club for some drinks, and that's where I met Arjun. When Arjun took me home, I entered the house and found Mother sitting in the lounge. I felt pity that she was just freezing and worrying about me. She called me and asked if I was okay, and she was very surprised to see that I was doing well, although I was tipsy. I went to bed and my mother kept me company until I slept. Arjun was still a student when I met him, and we talked all night about this and that's when I learned that he was a foodie. And from then on, we became very close, as I used him as my taster for the new dishes I wanted to create. My parents also loved him because they were thankful that he brought me back home safely after I got them extremely worried. I had no idea that Arjun's uncle owned a restaurant, so Arjun plucked me, and before I knew it, I was working as a full-time employee. I was doing great at work, and I offered to start helping out in the house financially. The month I got my first job, my sister also graduated from varsity. She stated that she did not want me to be around for her graduation, so she went on a vacation with her friends. I wasn't bothered, as I was already making my money by then. Within a few months, I was already promoted, and I was given a chance to make a few changes to the menu. And since no complaints were received by the customers about the new dishes on the menu, they had only attracted more. I was asked to think of more dishes I could possibly add to the menu so we could change it all. I was happy, and as usual, I called my parents to share the good news about work. They were overjoyed to hear that their daughter was doing great. It's all thanks to Arjun, I said to Mother. Fast forward. I'm now the manager of the same restaurant, and I've worked here for about 6 years. I've made everyone proud, and my parents are happy for me. I've not been seeing them as of lately, though. I guess I've been busier than I thought. Update number 1. Hey guys, it's been 7 months since my last post, and my sister's decided to further her studies, and it seems to be going great. Although our lives are all going great, she's trying to ruin mine. Arjun proposed marriage and I accepted. I announced it, and everybody was happy for us. Since then, preparations have been going on, and it's been a little overwhelming, as I'm filled with so many responsibilities, and now I have to add the wedding to the list. Mom has assured me that I do not have to worry about the wedding, as she'll take care of everything, so my sister looked like she was happy for me, but what she did says otherwise. Last week was my engagement party, and my sister decided to ruin it for me. When she learned the date of the party, she cried to Mom that she did not get a graduation party for her undergraduate degree, and that she wanted to have it on the same day as my engagement. Why would somebody do that to their sister? Mom told me about it because she thought I deserved to know, and I got very angry at Amber. It did not go well with my sister, as she felt like she deserved to have a party thrown for her just as I was about to get my engagement party. One thing about my sister is that she hates when people ignore her, so she just makes sure to get attention even if it means that she takes away mine or anyone else's. I was not happy because she thought maybe I did not deserve my happiness. She continued to annoy Mom about getting her own party, but she wanted our parties to be one. Obviously, that was going to be impossible. They had nothing in common, and I cannot believe that she said I was going to, make it work. After a week, Mom finally agreed. Although she agreed, she booked separate venues for our parties, and my sister was not happy about it because she wanted to have a party. Mom did not give my sister a choice. It was either for her to take it or leave it, so she ended up taking it. So every time Mom helped me, my sister would steal her away because she did not want to share their attention. I was not really bothered because Dad was there to help me, although I preferred Mom. When the day of the party arrived, the guests started showing up, and I was so happy because I was about to get married, and the whole world was about to know that I was no longer alone. As the party started, my sister decided to show up and announced that she was having a party. She told everyone that she had a party that was better than mine, and everyone wanted to get to see what was happening at her party, so they left. I was only left with my close friends, and she had also manipulated Mom and Dad into joining her party instead, and they tried to make me feel better by saying that my sister was a bit lonely, but I needed them just as much as she did. After the party, I hired a crew to clean up the house, and I decided it was best if I moved out. Mom and Dad thought I was just being unreasonable, but would you not have done the same thing? Although my parents have been the best ever since I was a child, they're starting to fail me now. They've also changed a lot, and I don't even recognize them anymore. Did I do something wrong? My fiancé has been trying to make me forget about that day because, as I would say, it was one of my worst days. Honestly, I'm not okay. I do not know how much time I need to get over this. This clearly means that my sister does not give a crap about me and my feelings. Do you think I'm just overreacting? Do you think I was really being unreasonable, as my parents are saying? An engagement party is a special occasion, just like any other occasion. I don't know what they expected as a reaction from me. Arjun keeps apologizing on their behalf because he knows that it was very wrong of them to ditch me, like they did for some stupid graduation party that was supposed to have happened a long time ago. Anyways, I can't complain about this my whole life. I have a job that I have to attend to, and I'm not going to allow this to ruin my life for me. You know what? I'm going to live my life to the absolute fullest. I'm not going to care about anything they say or do. Update number 2. It's been a month and a half since, my last update, and as much as I thought I was my parents' favorite child, I was very wrong. It turned out I was not even their real child, so guys, this is what happened and strap your seatbelts in. Mom and Dad came to apologize for what they did on my engagement day. I felt like a bad child if I did not forgive them, and I must say that the apology was on point. So we made up. With the mother that I have, she got back to preparing for my wedding day. She helped me choose a cake, she helped me with the flowers, the dress, and so many other things, including the guest list. My sister was not happy because I was getting all the attention. She was aggravated, clearly. By the look on her face, every time I saw her, I knew she was up to no good. But I could not keep an eye on her as I was busy preparing for my wedding day. It was going to be the best day of my life, so I had to make sure that everything was in order. Although I was not keeping an eye on my sister, I knew I should be worried as she ruined my engagement party. I did not know where to start, but I had to start somewhere, so I tried to keep her close by, trying to invite her every time we had to go shopping. My friends organized a bachelor party for me, and I must say that I was overjoyed. We went clubbing, danced, got wasted, and we had the best sleepover with my bridesmaids. And then the following morning, it was my wedding day. I could almost say it was a dream, but it was not. I could not wait to be called his wife, so we got ready and made our way to the chapel. Everything was so beautiful, and I had my mother to thank for that. I walked down the aisle with my father by my side, and we took our vows, and later we were pronounced husband and wife, and everybody cheered for us, and then we made our way back to the house for the party. As we were about to make the toast, my sister walks in. She was wasted, and she was reeking of alcohol. And she announced that she had something to say, so we gave her a chance to speak. That's when she announced that I was an adopted child. What the hell's going on? I was waiting for Mom to say that it was a joke and for her to shout out that I was her legitimate daughter, but she was quiet. Instead, she broke into a sweat, and she was shivering, and I could sense the anxiety from the other side of the table. Mom pulled my arm and said that she wanted to talk to me in private. I had mixed feelings, and I did not know what to think. I pinched myself because I thought I must be in a nightmare. But I was not, it was reality, and as we went into the room, Mom showed me some adoption papers she keeps in her purse. It turned out that my sister was telling me the truth. It all then made sense why I was always the second option. That's because I don't share blood ties with them. I broke into tears, and my mother could no longer control me. I walked out of the room and left her alone. She tried to reach for me as she wiped away her tears, but I told her not to touch me and leave me alone. I wanted to spend time with my husband alone, so we left the party, and he looked at me as he sympathized and tried to comfort me. I really needed some time to heal. Anyways, I promised to update you guys soon. Update number 3. It's been a year since my last update, and honestly, I've been hurting because of the news that my sister broke up with me. Her timing was most definitely off, so let me go ahead and bounce you this. We went on a honeymoon, and my head was not there as I was thinking about my parents, who were, they were, what were they doing? And so many more questions, I could not answer those questions. When I was miles away from home, I needed to look my parents in the eyes and ask them who my real parents were, but Arjun would not allow me to leave. He felt that I really needed some time and space to think and clear my head. I was angry at the universe, and I truly believed that I did not deserve this. What have I done? We then came back from the honeymoon, and I moved in with my husband and his family. I felt like a total outsider because my family lied to me. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. I mean, who could blame me? I was in the room for 2 weeks, I had no appetite, and I did not want to go to work. My boss called me and asked if I was going back to work anytime. 2 days later, I went back to work as he was getting worried about the number of days I've been out. But because I have not met my family and have not gotten answers, I was unable to focus on work. My work was truly disturbed, and I got so many warnings in less than a month, and before I knew it, I was jobless. I literally just shut down and nothing was making sense anymore. And that's when I decided to go see Mom and Dad. Well, I was ready to talk to them, and they sat me down and told me how the adoption came to be. Even though they adopted me for their sake, I'm grateful that they did because they treated me like I was one of theirs. As much as I was angry at them, and as much as I thought I was not going to talk to them, I was still grateful. Angels come in different forms and different sizes, and my parents are most definitely angels. I wanted to know my bio parents, though. But after the talk with my parents, I realized I did not want to know them, because if they wanted me, they would have never given me away. Now that I don't have a job, I mostly only stay at home. And although I've gotten so much bad news in the past few months, I've got good news too. I'm going to be a mother. I'm excited yet terrified. I don't want to end up like my biological mother and give away my child. I want to be just like Mom and take care of my baby. You're wondering what my next step is, right? Yeah, me too. I did have something in my mind though, now that I'm going to be a mom. I can't just sit back when I have a large amount of money in my savings account, as I was getting so much money as a salary, but that's because I had a high position and a managerial skill, so I did deserve what I was getting, and I'm planning on sharing my own restaurant. I want to start one up. I do have the funds now, I just need motivation, and maybe a helping hand. I know, I sound like a child, but I really don't have the motivation, and I'm scared that I might fail dismally. I don't want to make myself a laughingstock, but I also want a bright future for my child. What do you think I should do? Do you think it's a good idea to start my very own restaurant? I did not talk to my husband about it because I feel like he wants to make me a stay-at-home mom. I'm not ready for that. Because I want to be financially independent and financially involved in my child's life without turning to Arjun every time that I want to help the child. I'm really in need of a helping hand somehow. I know what I want and I know how to get it, but I don't know why I'm not getting it. I don't know why I'm not reaching for it. Anyways, I've got to go, but I'll update you guys again soon. Update number 4. It's been a year and a half since my last update, and I don't know where to start because I feel like mischief follows me everywhere that I go. I started with my restaurant like I said in the past update, but something bad happened when I went on maternity leave. Let's get you on track. When I talked to my husband about the restaurant, he was happy because he had the same idea for me, but he did not know how to share it with me, so he gave me the motivation that I needed and he helped me to get a place to rent. It was not easy at first because I didn't have customers. Although people knew me from the other restaurant, they did not know that I've started my own. I would usually get about 5 customers a day. The business was not moving and I thought maybe I did something wrong, so I was regretting investing all the money into nothing. My husband kept motivating me that it would get better. Sometimes I believed him and sometimes I did not. Mom and Dad also had confidence in me, and they believed that I could rule the world. It was quite hard, but I had the backbone, so I kept going. With time, things did get better, and I was happy for myself. Although I was also busy, I made sure to take some time off and take care of myself. And when I was 9 months pregnant, I had to go on leave. I left my assistant manager in charge, and I always make sure to call him to ask if there's any problems. Business was running smoothly. That's because we've gotten a new public relation officer who was really good. 2 weeks after I got my baby, I received a call from my assistant manager that the restaurant burnt down. I was in complete shock. I asked what happened, but he said he had no clue. What could have happened? I really did not understand what happened because I knew my staff were responsible people and they would never leave things lying around. I knew something was fishy and I still feel it, but what is it? Investigations are still ongoing and nothing has come up yet, and I'm starting to lose my patience, and I strongly feel that this is affecting my baby. It's not that I'm choosing to work over my child, but I had to pay so much money to get a bit of everything that I lost. Starting over would be the hardest thing to do, but do I have a choice? I need to find whoever the heck is behind this mischief, and I will not rest until I do, because they made my life so darn difficult. Arjun and my parents have been here for emotional support. What can I do without them? They've always been here for me. Well, except for my sister. Update number 5. Final update. It's been a month since my last update, and I'm so happy. The culprit was found, and although I lost a lot, I'm happy that the person responsible is behind a prison bar. So, let me break down exactly what I figured out. I tried to look back and see if I had any enemies or competitors who were willing to go that far, but I could not think of anyone. Until one person ran through my mind, and that was my sister. She'd sabotaged my engagement event and my wedding, and she also has been in my husband's inbox, trying to convince him to divorce me. It was clear to me that she was the only person who would want me to fail. She was the only one who wanted to hurt me? But why? I was curious and I wanted to find out more. I went home to confront my sister about burning down the restaurant, and she denied everything. I tried to be dramatic about it, and she asked what I was insinuating, and that's when she confessed that she never wanted a sister. She felt like mom and dad ruined her life when they brought me home, and when she found out that I was adopted, it made her very happy, because she knew that she was an only child. I don't understand why my sister is so narcissistic. She thinks everything is about her. Anyways, as investigations are ongoing, the police found fingerprints on the jelly, and they can be found in the trash cans nearby. I don't understand how they failed to verify and determine that it was an arson case from the very beginning. So they arrested the person, and she decided to speak up, saying that it was my sister who had sent her to burn down my restaurant. How could she possibly stoop so low? When I learned the truth about what she's did, I made sure to let her rot in jail. Mom and Dad made it clear to her that she's no longer welcome back at home. They were very disappointed in her. I was more aggravated than disappointed. She has made my whole life a living nightmare, and now I want her to suffer and pay for everything.
Guys, I want to run this negative comment by you guys because it got a ton of attention on the updates, and a lot of people agreed, but a lot of people did not. Here it is. From OP, Cynical Chef 99 says, Emma, I find it hard to believe that all the issues in your life are caused by others, mainly your sister. People tend to be a product of their environment, and maybe, just maybe, perfect life isn't as innocent and flawless as you claim. It's easy to play the victim card and blame everybody around you for your misfortunes. Let's not forget that it takes two to tango. Have you considered reflecting on your actions, decisions, and their implications on your family dynamics? Well, perhaps your quote, narcissistic sister is acting out because of something that you've done. Oh, and the whole burning restaurant mystery sounds overly dramatic and unreal. A real chef focuses on their culinary skills and professionalism, not that never-ending family drama. Maybe focus on refining your culinary skills instead of fabricating melodramatic sagas. Well, I don't know what happened to that commenter, but they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Let me know your thoughts about that comment and drop your own down below. My name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories like this every single day, so if you did enjoy today's video, there's 3 ways to support the channel, and they're all super simple. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed it, and drop a comment down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just remember, it's cool to be kind. See ya.